Once you've finally finished finding the exact footwear to fit on your massive feet, or concluded your quest for all the components in your culinary cuisine, or even if you just needed to restock on a few of the usual wares, and you've decided to make your way to the register, here are a few things to keep in mind. First, let's make this process just as quick as possible, alright? I mean, the people in line behind you need to get somewhere else. The guy behind the register probably has some other shit he needs to do, and you can't possibly want to spend all day at the store, do you? Or maybe you do. Fuck, I don't know. But let's just move forward because this is about other people, not you. Let me start off by saying there is a right way and a wrong way of preparing your basket of worthless shit for its short journey from the counter to the bag and then back to you, from which point it will either end up in the back of your closet within a week or out of your butthole. The right way, as quickly as fucking possible, mind you, is to put all your shit on the counter or conveyor or whatever in no particular order or style. Quickly. It does not fucking matter how you put it up there because the person is going to bag it however the fuck they want. The wrong way is to start sorting it categorically by shape, then size, then alphabetically, then by carbon dating. Just put it on the counter. As the cashier is scanning all of your items, be sure to examine every single line to verify that you've saved the 37 cents on the family-sized container of English peas, because it's better to find the mistake before you've completed the transaction than to have to go back and hold up the line so that you can get a credit on your credit card for the 37 fucking cents. Don't make stupid comments about how the price of something used to be lower. No shit, it used to be lower. Everything used to be lower. Gas used to be 15 cents. But now it's $185 fucking dollars a gallon. The cashier has no response to this. He or she does not give a shit what the price used to be. He or she has absolutely no involvement of pricing whatsoever. Now, if you do spot an error during the scanning process, be damn sure that it is their fault and not yours. If you can't read a price tag on a shelf because you left your glasses in the car, then you need to just keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, if it is their fault, the best thing to do in this situation is make the cashier walk all the way to the opposite side of the store, because inevitably that is where the product is kept, and check the price to make sure that you are in fact getting the sale price. Keep in mind you should not apologize to the people behind you. So many times this has happened to me and the person in front of me turns around to say, "I'm so sorry." No, you're not. If you were sorry, you would have kept your fucking mouth shut and hurried this process along as fast as fucking possible so that I could go home and eat my half-melted ice cream. But instead, if I want any pleasure or satisfaction from my ice cream within the next 8 hours, I'm now going to have to eat it in my car like an animal in the fucking parking lot. Instead of apologizing, act like it's their fault that you're this much of a piece of shit. During the scanning process, if for some unknown reason the item doesn't scan, whatever you do, do not make the joke, "If it doesn't scan, it's free." This has never happened in the history of fucking retail. It's not funny. There has never been an occasion in which a legitimate business has given you a fucking product for free because it didn't scan. The cashier is frustrated enough having to keep waving your shit over the laser beam than to also deal with your insipid commentary. Once you've got all the items scanned and prices straightened out, have any and all coupons ready to scan. Don't hand the cashier 4 coupons, have them tell you the new total, and then dig around in your purse for another coupon you thought you had, or go into your email account to find some fictitious email you thought you received a week ago. You're holding up the line. I will give you a quarter straight out of my fucking pocket just to hurry this the fuck up. Once the final tally has been calculated, I want to remind you that we are in the 21st fucking century. If you pull out a fucking checkbook, you should just stay at home and have someone do the shopping for you. If you do have to pay with a check because you're floating checks until payday, and you have to ask the question, "Who do I make the check out to?" when the name of the store you're in is written all over the inside of the fucking place and is mounted with a 2-story sign out front, you are in desperate need of a new method of payment. Wait, what do you mean, who do I make it out to? Do you not know where you are? Look, if you don't know where you are, I refer you back to having a caretaker. I can't stress the importance of manners in this next form of payment enough. There is a level of civility and courtesy you desperately need to keep in mind if you're paying with cash. When you go into your pocket and pull out a wad of bills, or when you open your wallet and need to separate the bills, please, dear God, whatever you do, Do not spit all over your fucking finger when counting it out. There is no reason for you to slobber all over your thumb, then transfer that puddle of Ebola to the bills. It's fucking disgusting. No one wants to see that shit. The cashier certainly doesn't want to touch it. And now you've just fucked me because you're counting out ones that are going to go in on top of the pile in the drawer, and I'm paying for my shit with cash as well, so my change is going to be all of your hepatitis paper. Once you've counted out the bills, hand them directly to the cashier, unfolded and uncontaminated. Don't hand the cashier folded bills, and certainly don't hand them a wadded up bill. What kind of piece of shit are you that you're going to hand someone a wadded up bill and expect them to unfold it for you? Don't lay the money down on the counter with the entitled assumption that the cashier will pick it up, you dick. If you do this, don't get all butthurt if the cashier gives you your change back in the same manner. Tit for tat. Finally, if you're paying with a debit or credit card, there's proper etiquette here as well. Remember, all of this is to help make you more aware of your surroundings and to help you remember that you are not the only person on the fucking planet and that the universe does not revolve around you. Most places nowadays have a keypad that allows you to complete the transaction yourself without handing the card directly to the cashier. Until they make it a requirement that you must pass an exam before using these keypads, here are a few little tips to help you along the way. Now, I know it's going to be a little overwhelming, what with all the buttons and sounds coming out of that little box in front of you, but you can do this. Be prepared because you don't just sign and drive, okay? There are going to be several actions you're going to have to navigate through. It's going to ask you a few more questions than just, is this amount okay? When it does ask you if the amount is okay, again, nobody wants to hear jokes about, no, it's not okay. Keep your eyes down and focus. Don't look at your cell phone. Don't look at the National Enquirer. When it finally brings up the little box for you to sign, keep in mind no one looks at your signature. No one gives a shit. I usually just draw a penis. When I look over after 3 seconds and you're still writing, I, along with everybody else in line, including the cashier, are losing our fucking minds. Are you writing a fucking novel over there? Just draw a straight line and go. Okay, you've signed. When you're all done, you'll know because the keypad will say thank you. The cashier will have their hand hovering over the receipt printer, anticipating the projection of paper with all your crap printed on it, and the person behind you is already putting their shit on the counter next to you. Congratulations, you've successfully completed your shopping excursion. Now get out of the way.